Imagine the most joyous celebration. A wedding, the air filled with laughter, the clinking of glasses, and the sweet melody of flutes. This particular wedding took place in a small village called Cana, and everyone was having the time of their lives. Among the guests were Jesus, his disciples, and his mother Mary. But then a quiet panic began to spread. A hushed conversation, a worried glance. The unthinkable had happened. They had run out of wine. In that culture, running out of wine at a wedding was more than just an inconvenience. It was a deep embarrassment, a social catastrophe for the hosts. Mary, with her keen eye and compassionate heart, saw the looming disaster. And she also knew who held the solution. Mary, understanding the weight of the situation, knew exactly who to turn to. With quiet certainty, she approached Jesus. "They have no more wine," she stated, not as a desperate plea, but as an implicit expectation, born from years of knowing her son and knowing God's plan. Jesus' response was a little surprising. "Woman, why do you involve me? My hour has not yet come." It was a statement that might have deterred many, suggesting it wasn't the right time. But for Mary, this was not a rejection, but a moment to demonstrate her deep personal trust and her active faith, ready to obey whatever came next. Mary didn't argue. She didn't falter. Her response to Jesus' seemingly hesitant words was perhaps the most profound expression of her trust and her active obedience. She simply turned to the servants and said, with an authority born of absolute conviction, "Do whatever he tells you." This wasn't a passive hope. It was a directive rooted in an unwavering belief in her son's power and compassion. Her faith compelled her to act, to set the stage for the miracle by ensuring others would obey as well. She trusted that despite his words, he would act, and that his actions would be perfect. And she urged others to align themselves with that divine will. There were 6 large stone jars nearby, typically used for ceremonial washing, each holding 20 to 30 gallons, enough water to fill a small bathtub.
6 times over!
Jesus then instructed the servants.
Fill the jars with water.
And they did, to the very top. Their active obedience, spurred by Mary's quiet certainty, paved the way. Then with a simple command, "Now draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet." Imagine the servants' thoughts. Water. For the master? But they obeyed. The master, unaware of what had happened, tasted the drink. His eyes widened. This wasn't just good wine. It was the best wine he had tasted all evening. He called the bridegroom over and said, "Everyone brings out the choice wine first, and then the cheaper wine after the guests have had too much to drink. But you have saved the best till now." The bridegroom, likely as puzzled as anyone, simply basked in the unexpected praise. The servants, however, knew the truth. They had witnessed a miracle. This was Jesus' first public sign, revealing his divine glory and inspiring belief in his disciples. A miracle subtly initiated, sparked even, by the profound trust and active obedience of his mother. This story, beyond the incredible miracle itself, shines a light on Mary's extraordinary trust and obedience. She didn't fully understand how Jesus would solve the problem or when. She simply believed that he could and would. And importantly, her faith was active. It wasn't just a feeling. It led her to do something concrete, to tell the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." This active obedience, stemming from a deep, intimate conviction, was the bridge that allowed God's power to flow. It is a powerful reminder that our trust is not truly complete until it moves us to action. When our faith becomes active obedience, even when things seem unclear or uncertain, we open the door for God's amazing work in our lives. We too can witness the impossible become real and experience God saving the best for last. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and share,